Welcome back. Today is Monday, April 7th, 2025, or as I like to call it, Tariff Monday. Apparently, tariff is the word of the day today. Tariff this, tariff that. I don't think you could be anywhere today or doing anything today without having heard the word tariff no less than 50 times. Most likely, you probably heard it 500 times. Tariffs, tariffs, and tariffs. But you know what we're not tariffing? We're not tariffing the YouTube stream that we're about to do and that we're about to enjoy together. Of course, my name is Addy, and today, or tonight, however you like to put it, we're going to be working on a game in Unity. And it's the same game we've been working on for a while now. Now, let's get started. I actually have a goal tonight. What I want to do is first of all, if Not Sure shows up, I want to talk to him about his pull request and see what we can do. But other than that, I want to... Didn't I check that in? I want to... when we hover over something, I want it to show like a little E for, E to interact. And then second of all, I want to do that. And then I want to do a crouch. And since I like to talk a lot and not accomplish a lot, I think that those two things alone are a noble goal for the evening. Not Sure is in the room. He says, I sent a new pull request. Yes, but here's the problem with that. And actually, you know what? I will not just... Oh, come back. I hate that Windows feature. Come back. First of all, I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to download a program that I've been using literally for 20 years. It's called Beyond Compare. And I want to get the older version. Actually, yeah. Because I actually have a license for version 4. So I'm going to download version 4. And because what happens is... I cleanly merged it with master. It was this with the master as of like last night. Like when? Well, let's look at the PR. Let's see when it was open. Pull request. I guess you closed the other ones. This one was 2 days ago. Well, let's see. Okay, so it does say squash and merge, no conflicts with base branch. Excellent. I was looking at the conflicts. The issue is that there are new game objects in both YAML. I just clicked accept combination to merge. See, that's what has me nervous. That's what has me nervous. Like, accept combination. I mean, we'll try it. But you're putting a lot of faith into the merging algorithm, which oftentimes can do well. I have found in my experience that I would say it's probably about 50-50. 50-50 of the times where like you can just accept the merges as it is. But then the other 50% of the time you end up royally fucking something up. I was able to merge everything successfully in the branch. I love these little guys. Okay, you know what? And work, I'm gonna, let's YOLO it. Okay, merge window mesh colliders and stairs nav mesh links. So you did the... All right, reduce gravity. Why did you reduce the gravity? Okay, so but wait a minute. Let me see. All right, so it's all the game Unity stuff. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. I mean, we're not going to be making any changes that we can't unchange, right? All right, so let's let Unity reload. Unity should detect this. Pull request 6. Oh, I gotta pull the code down. Git pull. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's pull everything up to date. Didn't I just merge? Excuse me. Okay, you went from dog sting. Okay, you put it into master. This has it. Excuse me? Excuse me? All right, let's try to get fetch. And now let's try to get pull. Oh, wait. I might not be on the right branch. I bet that's it. Yeah, I'm on Dev 2. Get checkout master. Now, I think I probably already pulled it, but let's just do this again. Okay, excellent. And now this is going to reload the scene. I like the gravity at negative 440. I set the gravity higher, and then I had to lower it. Gravity at negative 40 and sprint at 2 is a good comment. Well, let's look. Let's look. All right, you stay there. Whoa! Hey! I'm not... So what changed exactly? All right, so can they okay, well, first of all, let's see. So you added, I'm guessing you added the links for all the stairs. Let's see how that looks. Let's look at all those nav mesh links. Let's take a look. Where did you put them? I'm guessing they're probably here. This looks different. No, okay, that's not different. It looks different. I don't remember this outwall though. And like okay, I do remember transparent directional light. Where did you add the nav mesh links? I'm guessing there's I would imagine they're probably somewhere under the prefab, but I'm not sure where. I guess we can just look at them like this. Okay, yeah. So yep, I see all the links. And then you put links on the doors as well. Nice. So they should be, but I'm curious as to where they are in the terrain. You put them on the terrain, huh? Feel like they should be in the prefab. Nav mesh. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to move them. I'm going to, let's see, create. Create empty nav mesh links. Can I just do this and will it fuck anything up? Let's see. Nav mesh links. Okay. Did all that. I doubt that's gonna... What was this nav mesh? Okay, that's the nav mesh for the terrain, I believe. All right, let's try this. Oh yeah, they're coming. They're coming in hot. Now, whoa! They're flying up the stairs. All right, let me see. Come on. It's like an actual game almost. All right, and then I'm gonna... Now, will that guy... Is he stuck up there? All right, let me go into an apartment and see if they... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God, yeah, they're following me in the apartment. Well, they follow me, but it is interesting. Oh, okay. But it does seem like they kind of stop at one point. What am I clipping into? Oh, I'm clipping into this. That door probably doesn't have a collider. And then I guess... Did you fix the windows too? Can't jump out the windows. Okay, look. So here's another thing. So there are ways, and I watched a tutorial, though I don't remember, we should add another nav mesh link. Now, here's something that you could look into if you wanted to. Not sure. Okay, he says to go into the bathroom. Do they come in the bathroom? Oh, everybody's in the bathroom. Okay, but see how when I go outside, they all run around. So you can create a nav mesh link. You probably already know this, but you can create a nav mesh link so that they can jump, just like me. So they should be able to jump over the railing. And then it's like a different type, like when creating the I remember when creating the nav links, there's certain like options or layers, I think, or something like that. You can basically specify. Let me turn the music down a little bit on my end. So like, let's see if I look over here. Yeah. So area type, walkable, not walkable, jump. So I'm not quite sure I understand all of this. So the cost I understand, but the area types and how that works, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I just know you can do it. I just know that you can have areas that the AI can jump. So that might be something worth looking into. But no, that's awesome, dude. Thank you. No, that's really great. Let's go ahead and let's start with the 2 goals that I laid out, and let's see if we can accomplish that tonight. So the and I don't want to spend time with it because I feel like I've been stuck on it for a while. I'd like to work on some code, he says. Oh, I don't know. So there is a bug here. We'll talk about it in a second. So there's a bug. Yeah. Now watch. I'm going to... Yeah, see? Okay. Now look at this. Okay, I want to... Okay, I think I understand this. So look at the little... At the crosshair. It's not a crosshair, but I'm going to call... Look at the center thing, right? I changed it a little bit. I made it a little bit bigger. But see how it turns green when it's over top of something with which you can interact. It's over top. It's green over him, but then it disappeared. Let me show you again. And it starts when the game starts. I'm not sure what is going on here. There's something weird going on. But when I start the game, see, okay, it's green saying I can interact with him. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But now, okay, but it's like it's leaving his body. Watch. See, now it's not green. Oh my God, dude. Wait. Did they just come through the door? Where did you come from? All right, let me try this again. Where? It's because you pressed a key? No. Like, so look at this. Okay, so interactable right now, right? But it's going to like leave. Look at where the dot is on his body. Now, if I go away and then I come back. Now, see, now it never turns green and I can't interact with him. And then I'm even able to look at, see, and you can see, so this green line here, this is the ray that is looking at the NPC, and if it intersects with the green guy, then you should have an interactable menu, but it's not. Oh yeah, I think there's a bug where the NPC can walk through the doors. Yeah, the doors probably just need a collider. Oh wait, yeah, there might be some weirdness going on with the collider. Yeah, I think when you press a key after pointing at him, something in your code changes. Well, I don't even have to press a key. It'll disappear. And what was the other thing? But you can see that the ray is clearly intersecting with him, but actually, and look, it's even intersecting with this. I believe this cone here, I believe that's the collider. Oh. It's not the collider. Well, what is it? No. Whoa. Come back. Oh, wait. It's a gameplay. Okay, wait a minute. Sun NPC script. Nav mesh agent. Start the game and then press W, like to go forward. Well, okay, that's the other thing I was going to mention. If I push him and he moves, then it kind of fixes itself. So here, I can interact with him. It's green, and watch. The part of his body where now none of it's green, right? Now, if I go and I push him, now it kind of like magically fixes itself. Though I think there's another bug with the... I got to get closer. Whoa, God. Dude. Get back. Stop it. Oh my God, they're actually hurting me. Stop it. Go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. No. I want to see if they actually walk through the door. Okay, come here. Come here. I'm going to die soon. I should probably like... All right, give me a minute. Just... All right, let's disable the NPCs for a second. They make it... You have to state change after any key press while pointing at him. No, you don't. I'm not sure what you mean by state change. I mean, like, what state? Whose state? See, like, if I get closer, you see, it left his body. It left his body. So if I press E, I can't... See, look, over here in the console, in the debug console down here, it says FOB S1, which means it's saying I'm interacting with the floor. And if I point at the right place, it's saying I'm interacting with the bed. So it's like the collider isn't there. Let me see. Sun NPC. I don't know. Mesh renderer. And then he's moving. Look, see how he's drifting? That's the other thing I've noticed. Is that like he's drifting, and like, why is he drifting? Like what's up with that? And you can see that here if you look at the transform. It's definitely some kind of state. I mean, there's something that's changing, obviously. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about state in like the general definition of state, yeah, obviously. But I'm not. But it's. So the ray, I believe the ray. Let's go to the code. Interactions, player interactor. So it's right here. So I in my debugging attempts, I added this here. Can you step through the code in debug mode? Yes, you can, but it's not like a regular program where you can like start at the entry point and go through. I mean, you kind of can because everything has like an update, but it's not as linear as you. It's not as linear. So if you don't know exactly where you're looking for the error, you can't really step through it, right? So it's not linear. It's very like a lot of concurrent shit is happening, which makes it a little more challenging to step through. Step through works great when you know what you're looking for or where you want to step through, but otherwise it's not super helpful. Oh, geez. Oh my gosh. I was wondering why nobody had shown up in the mobile view, and it's because I have it on private. Why do I have it on private? All right, let's set that to public. Maybe somebody will show up. Not that I don't enjoy this time with you, not sure. I always enjoy our time together. Let me see something. So, okay, I'm staying away from him. And I want to do. So his rotation is moving and his position is slightly moving. Why? Is there some gravity going on where the floor is literally not... Like, that's a possibility, I suppose. But that seems weird. Okay, you know how we can test that theory? We can test that pretty easily, actually, if I show my coordinates. So if I walk from one side of the room to the other... Oh. Oh. Look at the Y coordinate when I walk back and forth. Yeah, so if I start up here, the Y coordinate is decreasing as I walk this way. So that means it is slightly tilted. There is a slight rotation. Okay, so that explains why the NPC is sliding down. Arsenio, YouTube Gods was kind enough to show me a link to your stream. Hi, Arsenio. And but I'm going to go to sleep right now. Ah, you loser. No, I'm kidding. You're kidding. No, I'm completely kidding. You go to sleep. Got to do what you got to do. I mean, this was a free prefab. Yes, it was a free prefab. But that doesn't explain. Okay, so that explains why the little NPC, the green NPC, that explains why he's sliding. But it doesn't explain the... Well, wait a minute. Did I touch him? I might have touched him. Let me see. Okay. So if it is if he's not level, he's sliding. But see, okay, here's what I'm talking about, where like I'm unable to get... Okay, this is the rabbit hole I did not want to fall down. I wanted to actually kind of like, because this is a bug where I'm like, okay, it's an annoying bug that will need to be addressed, but I've spent too much time on it now. So I'm like, let's get some other stuff done and then come back. So now I'm going down this rabbit hole of like of working on this bug. And you want to look at some code? Not sure? You want to look at fix that bug? Fix that bug. There you go. Because I think there's some code thing going on. I just don't know what. But actually, I don't know if it is a code thing. Cheap housing is cheap. Yes, this was cheap housing. Arsenio says, that's okay. It's 4:21 for me. Can you remind me when you are streaming on weekends? Usually, that's the thing. When I stream on weekends, it's very ad hoc. It's just kind of like, like I stream both Saturday and Sunday, but but there's no set time. And also only after stream, I thought, what are you drinking? This, my friend, is, first of all, this is Diet Mountain Dew. This is in a lesser form of Diet Mountain Dew. The pure form of Diet Mountain Dew, the gold standard of Diet Mountain Dew, is in a... I'll show you an empty one. I have plenty of empty ones. Here. This is the gold standard of Diet Mountain Dew, a beautiful 20-ounce bottle. And it has to specifically be 20 ounce, because they also have, I think, like 18.4 ounces, some weird number that, no, it has to be in the 20-ounce bottles. And the reason is because well, actually, I don't know why. These taste significantly better than this or any other form. But the thing I love about Diet Mountain Dew is that when you take a bite of it, it hurt. I mean, not a bite. When you take a sip of it, it hurts a little bit. It is so carbonated that it actually hurts just a little bit to drink. I love that. I love it. These, I don't get that from the cans. I don't get it as much. So I was drinking, I'm ashamed to admit how many of these I was drinking per day, but it was a lot. I was drinking a lot of these. So I have cut down because instead of drinking nothing but these all day long, I drink 2 of these. And then after that, I switch over to the cans. So that I'm actually like... Hello? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I gotta go. I'm streaming. I didn't recognize the number. It came up as a number, not as your name. But I'll call you later. Bye. Oh. It's my friend who calls every time I stream. Every fucking time I stream, he calls me. Actually, I'm going to put... that reminds me that I should put a link to the stream in my group chat with him. But the Diet Mountain Dew, it has to hurt a little bit in order, and that's what makes it such a wonderful drink. I will I'm heading to Fiji and on Sunday in a few days. Well, 6 days. It's still a little ways away, and I will pack at least 4 of these. I have a stopover. I have a layover in California, but it's a unsanctioned layover. Maybe that's one way to put it, where I bought 2 separate tickets. So it's on 2 separate tickets, and I'm kind of hoping that this is the thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy these at the airport in LAX. And I'm kind of thinking like, all right, maybe I could, because I don't know, but I'm gonna put at least 4 of these into my checked-in bag, and then I'm hoping I got to figure it out. I might put 6. When she came, so I was in Svalbard back in January, which is way, way, way far north, and I had been at that point I had been in Norway for like a month and a half, and then my wife, she came from home where we are. She came from home to Svalbard to stay with me. And she brought me 12 of these, and I was like, that's how I know I made the right decision in marrying her, because she brought me 12 of them. Let's see what's going on here. Codeine juice. Yes, it is codeine juice. At an old job I had, they used to buy these. They used to buy them in a 12-pack, the cans, specifically for me. I love that job. Hal Feck. I've not seen Mountain Dew since 2022. Oh, yeah. What happened in 2022? U.S. has cut off precious Mountain Dew supply. That is a crime against humanity, if you ask me. Only Polish Mountain Dew for... Wow. Polish Mountain Dew. Wow. $20 for a half liter. Woof. Damn, it must be smuggled. Nice Yoda keep sleeping, by the way. Oh, yeah. It's my Yoda. It's my baby Yoda, which was actually a present for my dog. And then a picture of my old cat. May she rest in peace. Okay, let's get away from the bug. It's annoying and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be fixed. But I feel like I'm not making any progress and really figuring it out. And so I just kind of want to, okay, let me put it aside and just move on to something else. Okay, so what I think I'd like to do, I don't play enough games to know how this works. So what we need is something that says, like, you know, bracket E to interact. And let me see if I can get a couple of game. I know Schedule 1, because Schedule 1 is like, it's gone completely viral, and I know Schedule 1, like most games have some. Wait, do I have any games that might? I don't think I do, because I don't really play games like that. I really don't play games at all. So I have City Skylines, Disturbed, Papers. What is Disturbed? I don't even know what Disturbed is. I was going to play it, but let me look at Schedule 1, because I want to see the mechanics of when the little overlay that says E E to interact. I want to see the mechanics of like when that comes. What is this? Is this what you guys are seeing?
What is disturbed?
Wait, why? Do you guys? Is that what you guys? What? Are you guys really seeing this restream outline? Okay, that's bizarre. Now I'm utterly confused as to why you would be seeing that.
Is that what you guys?
Are you guys? No, I don't see that. Yeah, is what we see. No, I don't see that. Oh wait, no. No, I don't see the restream. Not the restream. That is weird. Okay, well, why do I see it when I'm? Oh, I don't even know. I don't want to know. Okay, schedule 1. You are restreaming to the travel channel. Oh, am I? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, I am. You're right. That's why. All right. I clicked the wrong one. Oh, wait, I just turned. Okay, so it's Twitch and Kick. All right. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks. Now, I'm not smart. I'm not smart. That's your other channel. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to mute this. I just kind of want to... Okay, so when he went up to him... Well, let's see. Okay. So it was when he approached him, and then it popped up. Wait. So it's basically when the cursor turns green, right? That would basically be when you say press E to interact. You should probably no, not sure. Yes, it was an accident. I literally did not realize that I was streaming on the travel channel. As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and delete that. Like, I literally didn't realize I was streaming on the travel channel. Content. All right, let me... Content. Oh, that's analytics. You guys can see how sadly anemic my travel channel is. Let me see. This is what I want. Delete forever. Delete forever. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I think what we're going to do... Let's clean up some code. Interactable. So on the interact, excuse me. Right. So here's what I wanted to do. So there's a couple of ways I could approach this, but I don't want to over engineer. Like literally, I'm like, ooh, I could do it like this, because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe we should have an abstract method to do the highlight and be like on focus, and to be like this clear focus is on focus. Like those should kind of be their own abstract methods, so that way you like the thing that says press E to interact, you could have that customized, because maybe you want to press E to interact with like things, but you want to press R to interact with NPCs, things like that. Like you could have custom, it makes it easier to have custom interaction messages. But let's not go down that route right now. So let's see how, okay, let me see how, where is this other music coming from? I'm hearing like multiple weird things. What am I listening to? Where is that coming from? It's probably like some copyright thing. Okay, it's not there. Let's It's not here. It's not here. These are all the browsers I have open. Is it schedule 1? But where is the video? Nope, it's not there. I can't close everything because they're not in the stream. Oh, I figured out what it was. I'm an idiot. God, I am so dumb. I am such an idiot. It's this. I don't even know what this game is. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. Aww. For some time, the land has been very quiet. Now I feel like a game streamer. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. Is this like some text, like choose your own adventure? You stand in front of your... Okay, go to the crops. Go into the house. Go to the house. Yeah, this is something I okay, yeah, let's just quit out of this. That's not gonna... Yes, let's quit that. It's some weird visual novel. Yeah, I have no desire for that. Let me I am curious if this song will get me get me in copyright trouble, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Okay. So I think just for sake of simplicity, what we can do is we know we're going to display that. We're basically, display help text, right? Okay. This had AI had a pretty good idea where, okay, just put the help text on the interactable object. That's not a bad idea. Display help text and then clear focus would just clear it. Something. You killed your wife, as I remember, but it's all good. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I downloaded that game. I don't know how I think it's been in my library a long time. Does it tell me when I downloaded it? No. You can see Unreal Tournament. Can you even play Unreal Tournament anymore? Oh, I'd have to install it. Let's install it in the background. Why not? I think they just last year, Unreal Tournament, they finally discontinued all the servers for Unreal Tournament and just kind of were like, yep, sorry guys, no more. Or because there's the game server, or the server that basically connects players to players, that server. Yeah. Okay. I have been obsessed with this song. Yes, not sure saying focus senpai. Yes, focus. I've been trying to I closed that window. I've been trying to be more I used to meditate a lot. I used to meditate for 45 minutes, an hour every day. And then I kind of fell out of it. Like my girlfriend at the time, her and I, we were just really into meditation and finding your center and your inner Buddha and blah, blah, blah. And I was mostly just doing it to get laid. But then I kind of liked it. But this was 15 years ago. And then I kind of fell out of it. And, but lately, let me find the conversation. But lately I've kind of been, I think since turning 50, I've been thinking a lot about my own mortality. And so I've kind of been coming back to it, right? And if you know anything about meditation, you can't, it's like most things, like, like if you've been if you were a runner and you would run for like 5 miles, no problem. And then 15 years later, you're like, I'm going to take up running again. Well, you're going to hurt yourself if you try running 5 miles right out the bat again. You're doomed. And you're also doomed for failure. So I've been trying to meditate again, but it's been very difficult. And so you have to like set your, you have to set your goals. And like, I've just been doing 10 minutes, like just 10 minutes. I don't know how I got onto that, but it was just like turning 50 and then the show White Lotus and then just a lot about mortality and death and just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like, I've really just been like contemplating everything. And come on, close. My wife and I, we've been talking a lot about like where we want to end up, kind of, not for like death, but kind of like, we're like in like the next 5 years or so. And she's from Thailand, so I'm like, well, we could go to Thailand. And then she's like, well, you'll probably hate Thailand because it's hot and humid. And I'm like, yeah. And then I have Bolivian citizenship. She has Thai citizenship. And she's like, well, why don't we do like, we could do 6 months in Thailand, 6 months in Bolivia, back and forth. I'm like, well, maybe. But that sounds like a lot of money too. But something's got to change. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about anything. I don't know how I got on that. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. Help me add some help text to my interactable thingies. Basically, I have all my interactable thingies derived from an abstract interactable class. Excuse me. Okay, I have them all derived from an abstract class. I will add a help text in the class, in the classes as needed. And I would like this text, for example, press E to interact. I would like this text to show up when I change the crosshair highlight color. Ideally, it should be in this script, player interactor.cs, which is attached to the, is it attached to the player or to the camera? I think it's attached to the player, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, come on. Yes, it looks like we're just a bit of text onto the canvas. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so player interactor, it's probably on the camera. Yes. Which is attached to the main camera, which is a child of the player object. Let me attach it. I think so Not Sure says, I think AI is making us dumb. To some extent, I think it is. And that's why, like, I think on Friday or whenever it was, where I was like, I'm going to try and do this without AI, because I also think that helps like reinforce what you have learned, because it's very easy to get lazy with AI. And this isn't something else that I've seen like a couple of times with AI, like my brother-in-law, who he was trying to make he was trying to use AI to make a script that would basically do like trading of crypto, and it would look on like certain exchanges for these certain conditions of these certain coins, and if these conditions were met, then it would like, and then he wanted it to be able to trigger a buy, and if these other trigger a sell. And like I've seen a few people that like have done like things like that, right? They want to write these scripts, but the problem is they have no programming experience. So the AI, as we know, because we program, as we know, the AI, it's very helpful. Don't get me wrong, it's very helpful, but it will oftentimes generate shit, right? It'll generate just plain old shit. And when you get an error, like these people that have never programmed, they're all of a sudden they're trying to execute this advanced program, or maybe not advanced, but in some cases advanced, and they get advanced errors and they have no idea what to do. And then the AI is just like really not helpful at all. Can you read my message above? What message is that? Okay. I'll start okay. Also, maybe I didn't make that clear on my previous stream, Addie. Is it okay if I'd contact you on Telegram? Yeah, you can focus after I'm going to go to sleep. With not sure, we are like yin yang. One is focus God and the other is distraction God. You're both distraction. It looks like, okay. And then you said, yes. So I did read. Arsenio, your last message was, one is focus God, the other is distraction. Blah. I believe you have my contact info on the Telegram. You can contact me. I'm still in that. Did I do that? I think I did. I'm in that duck invasion of rabbit hole. No, I'm thinking about something else that I was supposed to do. I'm trying to remember if I did it. Okay. Yes, let's update the interactable class. Let's give it a concrete method so that everything, look at this, and let's just do this, public. Okay, press E to interact. Perfect. I also do like, this is a good idea too, that what the AI was saying was like an interact range. So some things you have to be closer to interact with them than other things, but let's put a pause on that. Let's just write that on the to-do list and then we'll come back to it. All right. Right click UI. Okay, so we want to use a Text Mesh Pro. Name it help text, anchor bottom right. Okay, so then it adds a reference and then it sets it active and then it deactivates it. That's easy enough. Okay. So let's try it. Let's okay, we've got the idea of kind of what AI wants us to do. Let's try doing it without AI. Kind of. Let's try doing it without asking AI any more questions. How about that? The trigger is our RAID to text interactable. Yes. That is the trigger. Yeah, links, things were figured out on previous stream. Yeah, if you sent me a link, then it's not going to go. Arsenio, I'm just going to ask you straight up. I'm just going to ask the question right out of the blue. I'm just going to be straight up. Are you a Russian hacker? Are you trying to hack me? Is this some type of social engineering hack where you're gonna befriend me and then the next thing you know I'm sending you my routing and checking account number? Is that what's going on here? I think that's what's going on here. I don't know. I've never had anybody want to contact me. You know, you get these. I've been getting lots of messages who are like, "Hi, I saw your profile online, and I thought you would be good for a job opening that I have. Can I tell you more about it?" And so I've just started responding to those people. Just like twice today, I responded with, "Sorry, I have a boyfriend." And then if they follow up, I'm like, "Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend." Okay. All right. Let me check this. All right. Well, yeah. I thought maybe somebody might have popped in on the mobile stream, but no, not a single person. What about on restream? Okay. All right, boys. Okay, let's try doing this. So it was saying to add a. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So UI, Text Mesh Pro, help text. Did it add this canvas? I don't even think AI mentioned a canvas. Because the text message needs a canvas on which to exist, right? I mean, I guess it really is that simple in a way. Because if I go back to the interactable script or the player interactor script, all I need to do is just add a public text. I thought it was like text mesh UI something. Is it this? Nah, bro. You are just cool, dude. Want to talk with you a little more. I'm skeptical. Now I'm even more skeptical. Now I'm super skeptical. Text. I thought it was like text mesh. Okay, we have text mesh pro. This is the one. Text. Okay, that's it. Help text. Yes. Okay, so we would connect text mesh pro. And so all we would have to do is help. Yes, we'll do that. Okay, so this will set the text, obviously, and then we can do help, but then we need to set active, right? Yes. Okay, game object set active. Perfect. And then when we clear it, we don't necessarily need to clear the text, but we can. Right? We can just do false. And then might as well just set it to blank. I don't think we really need to set it to blank, but we can. And then, okay. So, and then if we can, where's my start? Do I have a start? I don't have a start. All right, so let's just add a start method. Oh, let's not put the start method between. Let's not put it there. Let's put it up at top. Why would it be private start? That's interesting. Isn't it a public method? I mean, not to say you can't change it, but I wonder why AI is. Yeah, that's interesting. False. I'm going to make it public. Okay. I know, like C#, C++ for some low-level stuff, some web programming, a lot of Node.js, but not enough to hack somebody. Oh, that's good to know. Razman is in the house. Start is private. Okay, good to know. All right. Well, my other groomsman is in the house, so I will listen to him. And yeah. All right. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. Have you been here all along, Razman? I've noticed that the concurrent viewer count has not changed for a while. Were you here and just silent? I bet that's what we're doing. You sneakies. You Mexicans are always sneaky. All right. Remember, I'm allowed to say that. I, too, am Latino. Okay? I am allowed to do that. That's why I'm allowed to make those jokes about Razman. So don't even try and cancel me. Oh, look at that. I broke the interaction all to begin with. That's interesting. What did I break? What did I break? I sent a message, but you ignored me. Where? Oh, you did. Ah, you did. I'm sorry, Razman. I didn't see it. How is your Black Monday? Well, you know, when you're a big popular streamer like I am and you just have thousands of messages streaming through, you're going to miss one every now and then. So I apologize. What did I break? All right. should be. All right, let's trace this, because is it? Oh. Oh. Well, what's going on here? Wait. Ah, god damn it. Oh, did I disable something? Wait. Actually, it's coming out of the camera. The camera's up here. Did I disable something? I disabled the NPC spawners. Let me see. Did I disable something? Okay, this is still there. That's weird, but... So you have three methods that work alike from mono behavior, so you need to ick wisely. I'm not sure what methods you're talking about exactly, but there's a bigger concern right now. I broke. I'm pretty sure it's a very easy fix, but I broke the ray collision detection. Or wait, did I? Oh, wait, no, I didn't break it. I'm just not drawing the debug ray anymore because I think let's try source tree. Start awake and on enable. Start. Did you guys watch White Lotus at all? I watched season 2, and then I really got into like everything is just kind of like been coming along with like Thailand and life. Like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so here is so why are we not interacting with this anymore? Let's see. I think the interaction should be like right here. Well, we should be hitting either the drawer or the lamp. Ah, god damn it. I know what I'm trying to do. Okay, stop. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm definitely hitting the drawer. Okay. Player interactor script, line 70. Well, I never did set the other... Would that break it? I guess it might. Okay, so let's start over. Wait, what am I missing? Player interactor, I need to set the help text GUI. Where did my help text go? Am I losing my mind? I set a help... I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. I added the goddamn text mesh GUI. I added it while the game was running, so it didn't save it. I fucking hate Unity. Hate it. Hate it. Help text. Okay. All right. So now we need to go back here, and now we need to drag this. Now that it exists, drag it there. Now, the interesting thing is, would that variable be a null break the... I guess it could. Like, Actually, you know, well, no, because it's null, so it wouldn't be a compile time error. It'd be a runtime error. But if clear focus is always called, I don't know. All right, but we don't see that ugly red error anymore. We're not getting a green, though. I'm nervous. Okay, we hit a breakpoint. Okay, that's good. Oh, here we go. You can look up commit history in VS Code with extension. I mean, yeah, no, I know. Is YouTube didn't let my previous message again because I mentioned Forbidden Hub and version software control Git. No, I got it. Oh, you should change the color of your GUI when you're in game mode. I like turning my GUI red when in game mode. What GUI exactly? You're talking about this, like the health bar up there? Okay. So we're able to do like the basic, right? We're able to like kind of get it to work, like, you know, like it kind of work. Like, I mean, it's not pretty, but, you know, like we've all done things that aren't pretty and things that we kind of like, you know, we were a little, or might have been a little lonely and just, you know, wanted some attention or some physical touch and stuff. And so, you know, it's not the prettiest of things, but, you know, it'll get the job done. And we've all been there, right? Like, there's no judgment here. What am I talking about? Okay. No, like all right, good night, Addy, and not sure, dude. Arsenio. Don't forget to say good night to Razman. Don't leave him out. No, like Unity GUI turns red. You can do that? How do you do that? No, I mean, if like the whole GUI turns red, then tell me how to. It was good to see you, Arsenio. Hopefully, to see you again. Turn Unity GUI red in game mode. To tint the Unity editor GUI red during play mode, go to Edit Preferences. Change play mode tint. Edit preferences, colors. Play mode tint. Play mode tint. Oh. Okay, why? Okay, thank you. Okay. So let's try that. Oh, okay. That's a little too red. Good night. Oh, look at Razman. I don't even, you know, Razman's like my BFF, and I don't even get that kind of treatment. Jeez Louise. But Arsenio comes in here, and 10 minutes later, like Razman's like, "You're my best friend ever, Arsenio," and like, all right, that was let's give it a red tint. Let's give it a little bit of an opacity as well, just to kind of, you know, not make it so extreme. That's still a little too much. Can I change it while so I can see? It's hard to see. Oh, wait a minute. How would I do this? You know what? I don't know if I like this at all. Okay, how do I undo it? How do I undo it? You didn't tell me that. Oh my god. Now I'm just, oh my god. Oh my god. All right, at least that I can see. Okay. Let's do that. No. I'm not understanding. Just make it clear. Okay, this is oh my god. Okay, I'm it's going to be like that for a minute because I need to focus. I need to focus. I mean, granted, my IDE now looks like it is ill. All right, I can't work like this. I can't work in these conditions, guys. This is too much. This is why this game is going to take 20 years to work to finish. Wait a minute. The alpha would be the transparency. So the closer to 0, the more transparent it should be, right? But that's not it. It's piss color. Okay, yeah, we'll just make it slightly. I wanted it to be slightly. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right, yeah. Ooh. We'll go like that. I think I can live with that. It's not too drastic. It's not like a big in your face. We're in game mode. Like it's not yelling at you. It's kind of like a calm and quiet. Okay. Press E to interact. Okay. Now. All right. Let me see. Help text. But of course, any fucking change I make, I'm going to have to redo. But that's okay. We're going to learn from experience. All right, boys. 24. I think 24 is good. We have to make it a little bit wider. We want to bring it down. We want it to be below. And I guess we could figure out how to dynamically center it later. But we can bring it down. So position down would be Y. So we make it like 5. Oh, no, wait, that. Is 0, 0 in the center? Oh, I guess that does make sense. 0, 0 is in the center. Okay. All right, so we want to go -40, font size 24. -40, font size 24. -40, font size 24. So we have -40, font size 24, and then this is what I hate. So I'm going to that's not going to work. Huh. -40, font size 24. Maybe we just stick with that for now. 0, 0, 0 is the center of the parent. Yeah. For some reason, I'm thinking because a lot of engines, well, like SFML, I'm pretty sure 0, 0 is the top left hand. Or, well, no, that wouldn't make sense either. All right, never mind. I'm not going to think about it too much. Okay, so but now I know. 0, 0 is the. Okay, why is it word wrapping? It should be plenty big enough to not word wrap. All right, I'm going to see if AI can help me with this. Center, horizontally center, horizontally center, help text UI according to the screen width and text width. I mean, that looks simple enough, right? Like that looks, I mean, there's no magic about that. That looks pretty simple. Let me make sure, because Unity fucking sucks. I got to make sure I didn't. Okay. So I centered it. Rect transform. So if I have this preferred width. Oh, wait, that's of the help text UI. But that's not the width. Okay, well, can I do this? Would it be help? No, I don't think. What I want to do is I want to do help text width. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. Let's see what this does. I have a feeling it's still going to word wrap, but let's see what it does. What the fuck is that? I don't know. What are you talking about? Not big enough. Oh, tonight we get to have another nothing happened story. What are you talking about? Oh. Why is it all the way over there? Okay, so it is word wrapping, like I said it would, because I'm a genius. It's probably... Oh, it should be doing it about the parent. The canvas, so it should be screen. What the heck? Is there a canvas just outside the boundary of the map? I don't think so. So screen width minus text width divided by 2. Like, that makes perfect sense. Okay, let's try something else. I've been obsessed with this song since I heard it like a week and a half ago. Okay, well, it already is centered. Alignment. Let's see if that helps. I mean, it helps a little bit, but it's still not wide enough, and I don't understand that. Yeah, I just need to make it wider. Okay, but... Okay, so that actually works pretty well. And this works pretty well, even if that Russian guy is definitely trying to scam me. Okay, it kind of does creep up a little bit, but that I can't see that we're going to have a help message that is that long. All right, so I just need to remember width of 400. And since it's aligned, and I guess I could punch it down a little bit, right? Just in case we do get a really long one for some strange reason. Nope, that's too low. I think 40 is the sweet spot. Actually, 35 maybe. Actually, maybe 30. Ooh, 32.5. Actually, I think these are integers, not floats. Is position a float or is it an integer? No, it is. It definitely is a float. Okay. Let's go with position is negative 32.5. All right. I won't subject you guys to that song again. Okay. Maybe one more time. No. We'll go to the old standby. I don't know if you can hear the music that well or not anyway. So who knows? Okay. My wife is awfully quiet. I heard her in the gym. She was working out. Now I don't know what she's doing. So this is a bug, right? It's like the clear focus, but it only is a bug. Ooh, that's a bad bug. With the lamp, it works great, all right? But with this guy, well, now he's in that weird state that we were talking about earlier. But let's not worry about him. Okay, so press E to interact. I love it. I love it. And then you could do things like, I'll show you. How do I do this in C plus and C plus or in C sharp? What language are we in? So I guess I do this. Okay. I'm going to try and do this without AI. Public override string. And then, oh my God, it's been a while. Okay, yeah, it's the get and set. Got it. Okay, so I just need to do get and I guess set. Okay, press E to toggle the lamp. Okay, wait, it's giving me a cannot override because help text is not a property. Oh, is it because it's not virtual? Who puts virtual? Ugh, that's disgusting. Well, maybe it's not disgusting. I don't know what I like better. I don't know if I like virtual public string or public virtual string. Do I like public virtual void or virtual public void? I think I like public virtual void better, and here's why. Because in C++, the public would come first. Now, granted, it would be public : and then you would have your list of public members and variables. So, in a way, the public does come first. So, I guess I do like public virtual. It just took me off. It just took me off guard for a second there, boys. It just caught me off guard. That's all it did. Where did you guys go? Where did you? I lost the screen. There you are. Okay. I thought it was just a 30-minute long song. No, it was not. Looks professional. Thanks, man. Yeah. Okay, so what's up with this? Why am I getting a red squiggly here? The modifier virtual is not valid for this item, isn't? Okay, so I guess that makes sense. It's not a... Okay. Cannot override because interactable help text... Oh, okay. Well, no. All right, let's try to do this without AI. C# overriding property. Overriding fields or properties and subclasses. Okay, that's the question. Let's just look at the answer. Abstract class parent, which I believe I put it, yes, public abstract, yes. Public override. This is how truly polymorphic implementation of your property might look, allowing a derived class to be in control. Right. So why am I getting this? Public override string, public override int with the get. So why am I getting... Let's see what okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting cannot override because interact help is not a property. Public int my int. Public. Okay, maybe I don't need the override? Yeah, I don't think I need the override. No. I think I do. Oh, is it? Well, abstract public. Okay, so first of all, public. So this is with an abstract, but I don't want an abstract. I want a well, okay, wait. No. This. Oh, no. Would it be? Yes. Okay. Come back, AI. Tell me. Yeah. The get, and then do I have to define a set? Maybe I do. Okay. Public string help text, and now does that red squiggly go away? No. Public override. Set. Okay. Set. No, I'm still getting a compilation error. With your current override, you want to override help text from LAMP interactable or mono behavior. I'm not sure I understood. I have a concrete implementation in my abstract. So in C++, this would be very simple, right? Because C#, one of the features of C# when it came out is that it had these get and set keywords, these get and set methods for getters, because getting a getter and a setter, those were so common of patterns in C++ that in C# they were like, well, let's just make it part of the language. And that's what they did. So in C++, you don't have these getters and setters. You would have like an actual function that is a getter, and you would have an actual function that is a setter, right? And so since they're just functions, you would just normally mark them as virtual and override them like you would normally override any other function in C++. C#, there's this little wrinkle here that I'm not entirely familiar with because it's been a long time since I've worked in C#, but I'm trying to use it as a property. Now, I could cheat and just manually do a getter and a setter, but that feels wrong. I should use the construct in the language. So here in Interactable, I have the public string. So do I have to define the setter as well? And let me look. I'm trying to do this without AI because that's going to help me. That's just going to help me learn it better. Abstract class parent. Yes. Abstract public. So can I do this? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that's going to give me an error. Well, no, he did it here. He said it was abstract public int get, my int get. So he marked it as abstract, but still gave it some type of implementation. I might have to go to AI on this one, boys. Abstract public. Public override. Like, maybe we get rid of the set. Okay. Now the red squiggly is gone on help text. Yeah, this is... Cannot declare a body because it is marked as abstract. So that's interesting because here I would argue that this get right here is a body. He did it in the parent. He did this here. This is the parent right here. And then the override in the child. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Like in my mind, that's what I'm doing. I have the base functionality right here. Help text. Where the get is return, press E to interact. That is the quote unquote default text. That should be the default getter. And then in LAMP interactable, I'm simply saying, I'm overriding it, and I'm saying press E to toggle LAMP, or whatever we want. But that's so because it feels like what it should. To me, it feels like it should be public virtual, but then that makes it a property. Oh, that was it. I did it. Did the compilation errors go away? Ah, yeah, they did. Yeah, I'm a genius. Okay, so the lamp should say press E to toggle lamp, but everything else should just say press E to interact. Let's prove that. Where's my water, boys? Where's my water? All right. So let's see what we got here. So we come down here. All right. So he's still suffering from the other bug, I think. Okay. Yeah. Press E to interact because he is not a lamp, right? And then okay. So then we have the bug where it's not clearing focus, which we can maybe we'll look at that in a second. But then we come over here. So broke something, boys. Oh. Okay, so that's press E. Okay. But the... What? Did you see that? Am I going insane? Was it not working at first? Let me see. I'm not sure if you're still there. Thank you so much for letting me know I could change the 10 to the IDE. Okay, maybe a second ago I was just going crazy. I was just losing my mind. All right. So yeah, so press E to toggle lamp, press E to interact. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's check that in so we have that so that we don't lose that. I did want to work on a crouch tonight as well. Oh, this is all the nav mesh links. Okay, because I made the nav mesh links. I made them a child of the prefab. Interactable. Yes, I just added the default text. Lamp interactable. I just added lamp text, and then the player interactor. We've been doing other stuff with. Let me go ahead and then player. Let me clean up the code a little bit. I'm nervous that this... Oh, okay, no, it should be commented out because because the original implementation of the command menu for the NPCs, I was directly referencing the command menu in this player interactor script. But then what I did is I made the NPCs, I made them derived from the interactable base class. So now it's all done through the interact method, which is what I wanted to begin with because I'm a genius. All right, let me see. Yep, still here. It bugged out after interacting with the child. It did bug out after, and that is something. But it seems like, and like with most things in life, I mean, well, actually, I don't know if either of you have children. I'm pretty sure neither of you do. But like most things, children ruin everything. So that it makes sense that this is just completely ruined by the child. Look at that. That's terrible. All right, but if we go over to the lamp. So, what have we learned? We have learned that lamps are better than children. Oh, okay. And I want to make sure... Okay, so the player interactor script, I think... Let me see. I thought I cleaned that up. Oh, okay, I did. Okay, so we got that. I just want to make sure we're not... including any junk code, and I don't think we are. All right, so I'm going to check this in. And so what I was thinking, not sure, like how we... So I looked into the Unity version control. I'm not sold on it. I mean, it looks like it's based off of Git, but I just don't like the fact that it's not on GitHub. Like that's what. So maybe for now, what we like to make sure that we kind of avoid merges. I was going to say okay, I won't work on it until Wednesday when we're back, but that's the problem. So I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out as we go along. Like I guess the auto merge we did kind of. I mean, it worked, but. I'm not convinced that it's always going to work. Anyway, Adding help text to interactable things. What's Razman saying? I'm getting a seizure by seeing your public members in all in all your mono classes. Why? What? All of these? I don't understand what your malfunction is with it. Like what? Like from a design perspective, what's the problem? I mean, it's AI slop, I'll give you that, but it doesn't strike me as anything particularly bad. Because, I mean, that's kind of how you pass variables around classes in Unity, that, at least from what I can tell. Well, why? Why should, I mean, oh, is it because you want them to be properties? Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, serialized fields. As soon as you said it, I knew it. But the serialized fields, you're the one who told me that you can see those in the inspector during runtime, but you can't modify them. Actually, I saw there was like something, where did that video go? There was like oh wait, is this copyright music? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I've seen the serialized fields too, but can you modify? I mean, well, first of all, like, let's get real here. If a serialized field allows you to edit the variable in the inspector, how is it different than a public? Other than the fact that if another class is using an instance of that class, it can't modify the private directly. But from what I've seen, that's not really happening a lot. But I don't know. Other developers won't see those variables in See, this is the thing. I'm not writing a library. Like, if I was writing a library, yes, encapsulation becomes very important. If I'm writing in a library or I'm writing code that's going to be used in multiple processes and multiple programs, yes, encapsulation is very important. And this, given how Unity, and you are right in the sense that if I was writing a standard application, like let's put game engine outside of it. If I was writing an application that where the application itself was the engine, you know, where you had like a main function that gets called, that kind of application, yes, I would probably default to private for most of the stuff. Though, in C#, I kind of remember doing a lot of public with gets and sets, and it's just kind of the same thing, like, honestly. But, I don't see the argument. I honestly don't see the argument for private. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Other developers won't see variables as accessible from the outside in code, autocomplete, or documentation. Again, I'm not writing a library. Private keeps it safe from being directly modified by other scripts. Yes. What other scripts? What other scripts are going to be used in playerinteractor.cs? Like, what else is going to be, you know what? I got it. I know what we're doing, Razman. I know what we're doing. Singletons. You get a singleton. You get a singleton. We all get a singleton. Other scripts aren't going to trip and fall and accidentally change a public variable. Let's just use globals for everything. You make a good point. Like, I mean, I understand you're being sarcastic, or at least I assume you are. I don't know. I'm not. To me, what Unity, what public versus private is telling me in Unity is what's going to be editable in what is it? Instigator, the inspector. That's it. Public versus private is telling me this is editable in the inspector and this is not. That's kind of what that is telling me. That's kind of how I am compartmentalizing those things in my mind. I don't see a lot of added benefit in making them private with serialized fields. I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe like in 6 months, if God willing, I'm still working on this project, and we're still working on this project, and I'll hit something and be like, damn, I should have listened to Razman. Maybe that will happen. I'll give you that. Ugh. Okay, so we were bugging out on the child. That sounds really bad. Please don't cancel me. That sounded really bad. Whoa. No, I'm not even going to say that. I had an account a long time ago that it got banned for a really bad joke. But I'm so paranoid of that ever since. I don't even want to hint at what the joke was. But it was a tasteless joke. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can kind of see what's going on with this guy. Doesn't go away. Like, why would it still think I have... I'm going down the rabbit hole of this bug. It is bizarre. I don't understand. Like, look, his interaction box will get smaller. See, look, it already disappeared. If I move. See, look, it went down. And now I can't interact with him at all. But if I push him, then I can. Like, what is up? The child is unclean. That is my analysis. Oh, let's do the crouch. Actually, yeah, the crouch was the other thing. Okay. Now, I did ask AI earlier, but let me look. So I started to do this off screen, but then I realized, the FPS movement script is a mess. Okay, so first of all, there's a bug. There's a bug right here. All right, this should be, let's put the Boolean first. If controller is grounded, because this allows you to jump and go extra fast. So there's that. So it fixes that bug. Which actually, I mean, that's going to be kind of annoying because I use that a lot, actually. So maybe I want to keep that. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm pretty sure it fixes it, but let's make sure. Yeah. So I can't run. It's so nice when the NPCs aren't attacking me. So yeah, but I can't. Now that is interesting. That's interesting. I should be able to jump. If I'm running and I jump, my speed should still be the running speed. So have you guys there was a great book. Let me find the name of the book. And I'm going to recommend this to both of you. It's in my Kindle account. I got to sign on to my Kindle account. Let me see. How do I sign on to my Kindle? Where is Kindle, everybody? Kindle. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kindle Web. Kindle Cloud Reader. There we go. Okay, let me find the book. Let's see. All right, I got Code Your Own Neural Network, Art of Writing Efficient Programs, Art of Writing Efficient Programs is a good book. Where the hell is it? It's called something like about game programming patterns. So this, especially like you, Razman, if you're into game programming, this is a great book. But it's a good book for programming in general because a lot of the, patterns are patterns, right? So things that are applicable to game programming, they're not necessarily just applicable to game programming. Yes, things like with clipping and graphic, that kind of stuff, maybe. But a lot of but this talks about a lot of state machine patterns, behavioral patterns, polymorphic patterns, things like that. This is a great book, Game Programming Patterns. And part of it, he talks about keeping state of objects. And he uses the examples of okay, well, if you're running and you're jumping, or what should your speed be? But if you're on the ground and you're crouched, if you're crouched, can you jump? But if you crouched and you jump and you're running, because that's the state there gets complicated very quickly with just. And I think he uses literally crouching, jumping, running, and walking. Just those 4 things, trying to do various combinations and have rules between them, it gets complicated very quickly. But this actually, I really, really enjoyed this book a lot. Now, I will say that the code samples, they're all in C++, which maybe is another reason I really liked it. But I highly recommend it. It's actually a really good book. Game Programming Patterns by Robert Nystrom. I would imagine that Y is probably pronounced like a U, in a lot of Nordic languages, in Finnish, in a Norwegian. The Y is probably in Swedish and probably Danish and probably even what do they speak of? Dutch. But probably in a lot of those languages, it's probably the same, where the Y is pronounced like a U. Okay. But I think, the point of all of that is that's kind of the problem we're running into already, right? Because the player can walk, but he can run, but he can jump, and now we want to add crouching to it. It's complicated because, okay, and like I said, if you're running and you jump, then the speed factor should be there. And honestly, you're going to hate this answer, but honestly, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to reread the part of this book, Gamepad, because now actually it's not just applicable to actually now I want to read it for actual game programming. So I think I'm going to reread the part of the book that actually talks about that, because it's basically just like a state machine, but. So I asked AI, and I don't know how true this is. Maybe Razman, you do. I asked AI about the built-in state machine that Unity has, and AI was basically of the opinion that it's good for simple stuff, but if you want to start moving into more complicated behaviors, that it's used to it's best to kind of roll your own out. It's best to kind of use your own. We can hack something together, but it's going to be buggy. But maybe let's try it anyway. Let's go ahead and put something buggy together, and then we can improve it later. Okay. Let me copy this. I'm just going to give AI my. Okay, here is my FPS movement script. Show me. Tell me how to implement crouching. When jumping, you need to add force to the rigid body. Okay. Yeah, it's true, because it would have more force, like if it hits something. But I would imagine that the Unity physics engine probably already takes care of that. Like if it would look at the velocity of the rigid body that's moving, and then it would look at the values of the rigid body it collides with. I would imagine that the physics engine already kind of takes that, already does all of that. Do we just move the camera? Yes, you can. So here's the thing. You can move the camera down, but when we get into shooting and like having the NPCs shoot at you, then you need to actually shrink. Yeah, you need to shrink the rigid body, or the collider or in the anim. Like it's not a matter of just moving the camera down. I mean, I guess you could kind of cheat. Well, I was going to say you could kind of cheat and just move the entire, shift everything down. But you can't. You actually have to make it smaller because you can't shift it down, because if you're on the second floor, now you'll have if you shift the whole thing down, then you have the bottom part sticking out of the ceiling of the first floor. And if an NPC shoots you, then it shoots you. And that's not good. So it's something like RB, add force, vector, jump force, force, impulse, force mode, impulse. That's what I have on top of my head. I'll have to look into that. But I'm not super worried about the physics of things yet. Crouch behavior to add. Press C to toggle crouch on and off. Okay, first of all, no. I want it so that you have to hold C down to crouch. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I gotta stand up for a minute, boys. Oh, God damn it. Oh, wow. Oh. I have something going on in my right leg. Like, during the day, I get up. I'm pretty good about getting up, like, multiple times an hour. You think I'm distracted on the stream? I'm distracted like this all the time, unfortunately. And, so I'm constantly getting up and like, I'm up, like I rarely do I sit for more than like a half hour, 45 minutes during the day. But when I do the stream, I'll sit for like 2 hours at a time. And then I stand up and my right leg is like, it's as though it's falling asleep. Like, like when you like your leg like falls asleep, but normally it has a tingling, right? You have that tingling of like when it's waking up, but it also like you step on it and it kind of collapses a little bit. You know what I mean? It like falls in on itself, but you have the tingling. Like my leg does that. It feels like it's asleep, but I don't have the tingling. So I don't feel the tingling of it being asleep, but I feel the effect of it being asleep with like it's, you know what I mean? Okay. No. All right. So let's see what it did. Add fields for crouch. I almost wanted to say crotch. Poor circulation. I mean, it might be poor circulation, but I would think I would feel the tingling if it was poor circulation. Wouldn't I feel the tingling? All right. I know this is going to give Razman a conniption. He's going to have a. Somebody needs to call an ambulance. Somebody needs to call the paramedics for Razman, because here we are adding more public members. And then add these fields. Okay, let's take a look at what it's actually doing. Okay, I think we have a field here. So is crouching. Yeah, you would feel the tingling. Try compression socks. It's not a bad idea. So I have a 12. It's like an 11-hour flight. I have like an 11-hour flight from LA to Fiji on Sunday, and I'm a little scared because when I was in Norway back in January, I had a sciatica attack. I don't know for sure if that's what it was, but that's. I mean, it was awful. It was one of the worst things. It was one of the worst experiences that my body has been through or put me through, or how you know what I'm trying to say. It was very weird. It was like I could not sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't lay down. It was like no matter what I was doing, my body was like, it was almost like an electrical impulse going through like this part of my hip, and it was just so freaking weird. Anyway, all right, enough about old people stuff. Drink lots of water. I do. Yep. This is my third one of the day of these. So I might finish it before I go to sleep. I'm going to sleep probably right after this stream. I'll get in bed with my beautiful wife, and we'll sit and we'll do our normal thing. And then we'll fall asleep probably by 10 o'clock. If I'm lucky. All right. Okay. I'm gonna. Let Let me focus. Original Y camera. Camera transform equals local Y position. Okay, so it's just saving the local Y position when you start. That makes sense. In a public variable. Oh, no. I hope you're happy, Razman. That's a private variable. Okay, so this is what I need to change. Is crouching... So this is where it gets all weird. This is just like, this is where we're adding to the mess. And this is also something that like, I'm going to write a program because AI can write it for me. I don't need to be a programmer. And this is like where, this is why AI is not taking the job of programmers anytime real soon. Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, but we've got a good 5 years left. I hope. Okay, get key down. No. But it told me what to change that with. This. Okay. So I did try this earlier. I did try this earlier, and there was like some weird camera thing going on. But let's see what we get this time. Okay. Smoothly adjust height and camera after controller.move, which is here. Call for movement right before gravity jump add. Okay, so this is that. Okay. So let's just... Okay, so what are we doing here? Is update the main loop. Yes. Update gets called every frame. Float target height is crouching. Okay, that makes sense. There's a better way to do this. I forget how, but you can like multiply is crouch. There's a clever way, this pattern here of if Boolean this value else this value. There's a clever way, and it was actually one of the other books that I said was really good, which was the art of writing efficient programs or something like that, where it talks about mathematical like ways of doing simple if statements without actually branching. And so because don't forget that a Boolean, actually in C# I don't know, but in C++, a Boolean is just a 0 or a 1, and that is actually guaranteed by the C++ standard. So now there are special handlings there's special handlings for it since it's a Boolean, so it's not exactly an integer, but you can safely assume if you treat it like an integer, it's going to behave as you expect. So with that, like you can do things like instead of testing for an if it's true, you can multiply it by the value you want, or I forget them all, but there are interesting branchless types of like logic you can do. You can just do binary math. Well, what? What do you mean just do binary math? Are you talking about like... Okay, well, first of all, are you talking about like XORing and ANDing and shit like that? Kind of. All right, let's... Okay, I wanted to understand this code. So is crouching... Okay, I got on a complete tangent. Controller.height math lerp. Are you still there, Razman? Because there was something I wanted to talk to both you guys about. We need to talk. Okay, controller height math lerp control. Okay, so that's just adjusting the height. Adjust the camera Y position, and then this moves the camera down. So this is shrinking. Yeah, this. Yes. So that is changing the height of the object, and this is so lerping. That's an actual mathematical term. It's basically a step in interpolation. So that's what lerping is. So interpolation, I don't know if you know what that is, but interpolation is if you have a series of points, right? Let's say all you have are the points. You have this point, you have this point, and you have this point. There are different algorithms you can use that are interpolating those points. And what that means is basically is coming up with an equation that fits those points. There's okay, interpolation. Okay, so then I'll shut up. Well, then you're Mr. Smarty Pants then. Okay, well, fine. Well, then I don't need to explain anything. My name is Not Sure, and I know interpolation. Yes, instead of going from 1 to 2, it will go from 1 to 1.1 to 1.2 to 1.3. Exactly. All right. So we have this. Okay. And so this is the local position, and that's just lerping to the original. Or, ooh, I do not like that. But whatever, we'll leave it alone. Camera position, not local position, not camera position. Okay, perfect. Adjust movement speed while crouching. Find this line. Change it to this. Okay. VAR local speed. I thought that was up here. Yes, it's over here. Okay. See, this is. I can already tell this is a mess. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this AI slop gave us. I shouldn't be too critical of AI because, I mean, literally, like, AI has helped quite a bit. So I should not be too critical. I want to know the etymology of lerp. I don't know. Interpolation. Is it just linear interpolation? Probably. Like that. I never thought about that, but that makes perfect sense. That actually makes perfect sense. Let's ask Rock. Where does the term lerp come from? See, so this is what I was seeing earlier. This. And it works, but there's an issue in the logic with, because it's recalculating like the original position. It something feels wrong. It just like this feels wrong. I know it's probably not, but it feels wrong. So this is why, like, because I did try this earlier and I saw the same thing, and I think I mentioned it too, that like the camera was just, it's nice to know that I can, but yeah, so that's what I was seeing earlier. I think what probably needs to be done is this entire method needs to be the camera is also bouncing. Yes, that's what I was saying. It was shaking. I think this entire update method needs to be reworked, and I think it needs to be reworked starting with walking, jumping, and running, and then, or maybe just like walking and running, and so there's a lot going on here. It's deceptively complicated. There's -2 velocity to keep you grounded. Maybe that's causing it. Where is this -2 velocity? Oh, right here. What is that for? I'm just curious. What happens if I remove that? Oh, wait. Gravity and jump. If controller is grounded and velocity is less than 0. So if you're heading down, then velocity. Now I'm not touching it. So now we have a camera shaking, and I'm not even crouching. And now it's shaking when I'm crouching. My child is looking at me like, "Dad, what do I do? Dad, tell me what to do." I got to tell you, like when I added the logic, I don't think I did it on stream, but when I added the logic to have this little guy like follow you, like with that little eyeball, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's kind of like the game's kind of coming to life. Anyway, yeah. So, like I said, there's a lot going on here, and I think, I just think that in general, this update method, which it's a mess, and it was a mess before I even tried adding the crouching. Is the velocity on the Y so important for the velocity on X and Z? I don't know. Velocity Y plus equals the gravity times the time delta, then you move. We can get rid of this. Got the DTs. right. I'm going to check this code in. I'm going to put this on master. Yeah, and if either of you want to work on this, feel free. We'll deal with the merging issues if we deal with them. Hopefully we won't have any, but let's try to make a gentlemanly agreement if we're going to work on this. Try not let's just try not to add a bunch of shit or remove a bunch of shit or rearrange a bunch of shit in the scene, because I think that's what's really going to give us merging issues if we try. Oh wait, no, I don't want to check in this crouching mess. Yeah, no, I don't want to check that in. Never mind. No, that's a mess. Discard changes, bitch. All right, boys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go get my wife, make her come upstairs because I want to get to bed. And I don't know what it is. Like, but my wife and I both like to go to sleep early. But are you like this, Razman? I cannot get to sleep if my wife is like downstairs. Like if my wife's out, which like out of the country or like not out of the house. Like I mean, then I'm asleep. I can get to sleep. But if she's in the house and I'm I will not be able to go to sleep if she is in the house but not in bed with me. Like I don't know. Maybe that's like a controlling, insecure thing with my part. I don't know, but I don't think so. But it's just like this. Like, well, is she coming to bed? Well, when's she going to come to bed? Why isn't she coming to bed? Is she mad at me? Why isn't she in bed? I don't understand. She should be in bed. Why isn't she in? Like my mind will just be like, come to bed. So I can't go to sleep unless she's in bed with me. But like I said, she's usually in bed before me, so it's usually not an issue. Her, on the other hand, she can go. That woman. I am so jealous of this, and I've dated a few people like this, but she'll like we'll be like talking or like cuddling or something like that in bed, and then she'll be, okay, I'm going to sleep now. Good night, and I'm like, good night, and then no more than 2 minutes later, no more than literally 60 to 120 seconds later, I'll start hearing the sleep breathing, where I'm like, she's fucking asleep. She's asleep. Like literally just like, okay, I'm going to sleep now. And then 60 seconds later, that breathing when somebody's sleeping, it's a different breathing. I'm like, what the? I can, but it happens to my wife. She wouldn't sleep until I'm in bed. Yeah, no. I get it. I completely get it. I can't sleep until my wife's in bed. All right, boys. Have a great night. I know you've got class on Wednesday, Razman. So, but hope you can make it when you can make it. Just skip class. Oh, you'll be fine. No, and but yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday. I still need to decide what I'm going to do when I'm in Fiji. Am I going to stream? Like, it'll be 11 o'clock in the morning for me when it's 7 p.m. for you guys. So I might stream. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But work is just going to be bizarre. So I don't know, because I'm going to be like behind because it'll be 7 p.m. here when it's 11 a.m. there. But I actually won't be behind because I'll actually be on the next day. So I would actually be streaming at 11 a.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So anyway. All right, boys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Talk to you then. Bye.